Enrique.
Yo.
Okay. Oh.
How's it going?
It's going. So, we've got sad news.
No, not sad news. We got like very blah, like everybody expected news. Like Doyle's not here still. Was he here last one?
You know, every single time we say that he's not here, he's here. So it doesn't really count. But officially, he's gone.
All right, so here's the thing, though. Like the last recordings that we've done, and on right now, if we go into Spotify or wherever your favorite podcast portal is at, if I click on the first on the newer one, is Doyle going to be in that one?
Yes.
Okay, and then the one before that, he is.
Yes.
But yet he hasn't been around for like almost a month now.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now he's officially gone.
It's like that's like science fiction. That's like time dilation.
Feeling Minnesota.
I mean, technically, he's not in Minnesota yet.
No, he's like mid-America somewhere.
Oh, is he driving there already?
Yeah,
this very second.
Yeah, I
man.
talked to him this morning. Well, texted him this morning.
Yeah, did he sound like
left late?
He's like, I'm driving across state.
I told him, can you record something for the show so I could play it? He's like, I can't. Yeah,
dude, bullshit. you ask these impossible things. Dude,
it takes 5 minutes to just record on his phone and then put it on the OneDrive.
Do you remember? Like, I want to say it was like 2 years ago where you asked that. Like, hey, can you guys like record something? I'm the only chump who actually did it, right?
Yeah, you're the only one that listens to my instructions, dude. We got rid of one because he doesn't do it. And I'm just kidding.
Oh, is that how it goes? We're getting rid of people.
And then Doyle just went to Minnesota instead of working.
You're fired.
He's like, I work remote. But on the good news, we do have someone actually filling in for him today.
Yeah.
An old buddy of ours.
Yeah.
Enrique, do the honors.
I forget his name. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Robert, come on. Robert. But brother man, welcome.
Fist pound for those who can't see.
Fist pound. I fist pound.
Fist pound.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. We've
whoa.
Podcast. Yeah.
PG-13, bro.
I didn't say
it's
fisting.
No, the comes after the fisting.
Or during, depending on your flavor.
It's like bloop.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So here's the thing now. We've had Robert in our one like ouchie years ago.
Yeah.
And
what was that? 3 years ago? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
About 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was great. If I remember correctly, we talked about music. You talked about like some of the work that you were doing at that time, and I think that there was somebody that you were collaborating with every now and then. And it was right after COVID, so like the outdoor alfresco eating.
Right, at Rusty Monk's.
Yeah.
At the Rusty Monk.
Rest in peace.
To
one of my favorite restaurants gone, dude.
Yeah.
They raised the rent on them like 4,000 times to kick them out.
Yeah, it's too bad. And but without further ado, welcome Robert.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, Robert.
Oh, no, don't throw the panties. Don't throw the panties.
Okay, Angel.
I don't give a fuck,
Angel,
Keisha.
you keep your panties on, bro. No one wants to see that dirty business.
I have no panties on.
Someone threw a blanket
Commander.
up here. Yeah, man. Took me a blanket.
Tent.
Oh, tent.
That's a tent. It's like he just came back from camping. Yeah, lazy camping.
Smells like ass.
Oh, ass and vinegar.
Hello there.
So yeah, how you been, dude? What's new?
Good, man. Everything's same old, you know?
Yeah.
Still live in the same area.
For those who did not listen to because they're lazy or they have bad memory and Alzheimer's and all that shit. Oh, there it goes. Fill us in.
Fail.
To introduce yourself, your likes, your dislikes, your walks on the beach, your turn-ons and turn-offs, all that.
Oh, well, let's see. All right, so my name is Robert Alonso. I've known these guys in high school many moons ago.
Marching band.
Yeah, marching band.
Band, as you were.
Mr. Edwards, right? Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And I live in, I don't want to say I live in Los Feliz, but borderline Los Feliz, East Hollywood. I live in between.
Nice. That cool area.
So and it's very nice.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Lucky.
Quiet area,
Lucky.
And I work at the same company that I worked at. I've just recently completed 20 years in that company. It's
20
great.
years.
And what does 20 years look like?
Man,
Now,
it's fast.
Remind us, what is it that you do as an occupation?
So I work at a plumbing supply company. I work in the pricing department.
Okay.
And last time I spoke with you guys, I was just a regular employee. You know, it was a total of 3 of us. Now there's 4 of us, and I've been promoted to supervisor. So now I'm a supervisor.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So,
Make that money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Make that cheddar.
Yeah. But, you know, and I moved, still living in the same area. You know, now it's like from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom now.
Moving on
because
up
rent is
to the east side. So how much you pay? Like $5,000, $6,000?
No, not too much. Only 8.
It's LA, dude. Come on. Did you guys see that post that was kind of trending of a house here in LA somewhere? I don't remember where, but basically a big ass tree fell on it and cut it in half, so it was like all gone. They just left like a little part.
I've seen that. And it's like $600,000 or something.
$559,000,
and it's like missing
just
walls.
It's missing everything. It was just like a living room left. That's all that was left.
Well, here's the thing though, like, and that's the funny thing, because here in LA and Southern California, people don't buy people don't buy stuff to they don't buy houses to move in. They buy houses to destroy and remodel.
It's the land that they're paying for.
Yeah, it's
literally
that
the land.
primary
Location.
Because you can build a house on top of for about 100, maybe 200,000 to your specifications, and so if you're getting the $500,000 plot, you know, of land, and you're paying another 100,000, 150,000. I mean, that's actually kind of ideal for most people because they get to build it up to what they want. I mean, it's still crazy though. It's insane. I don't. Like our house in Bell Gardens, like it's a hovel. Like really, when it comes down to it, it's like 2 bedrooms, one, like I'm talking about the main body of the house. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, kitchen, but it's old, and I mean, dude, this thing is just nasty.
You still live in Bell Gardens?
I do.
No, frick, really?
Yeah. I had moved back there years ago.
Yeah.
I've been there now. At this point, now I've been living there for like a long ass time.
Fun fact though. He moved into the neighborhood that was my childhood home in Bell Gardens.
So
he moved into a street, and I actually lived across the street, 3 doors down. That's my house that I grew up into the age of 8 or 9 when we moved out. So that was my first home in Bell Gardens, and then from there I moved to Granger, which is where I met Marcos Puente.
I remember there,
and that's where I met you. So I didn't meet him that much, you know, farther along since after I moved out from there.
Yeah.
And then from there I moved to Lanto, and then Lanto I moved to Downey.
Yeah,
and that was
Lanto is really that's actually where we did most of our bonding though. Well, because before that, like, because I met you before, and I met when I went to your school for the whole music review, and so we got to meet like band and stuff. I met what was the name of your band director?
Axworthy. Thomas Axworthy.
That guy was a tool.
No, he was a badass tool.
Was he?
He was a badass tool.
I don't know, man. I got a lot of bad vibes from that guy. But anyways, so we were
sorry folks, my son walked into the room, so it kind of threw off Enrique.
It does. I'm so easily distractible. It's really sad.
It's okay.
Like,
it's okay.
I don't know, dude. Like, all right, maybe you guys remember this, and I've told this story on air, but there was this one time when we were walking out of the band room, and some of the jerks, like, remember the jerks that were part of the brass line? I forget what they were called, and they did this thing where they smacked like people on the back of the head with a book as they were walking out, and one of them got me good as I was walking out, like so much that I saw white and I stumbled down the steps, right? But here's the thing though, dude, like I'm pretty certain, man, that like that left like a long lasting, like to this
tinnitus.
Well, no, not the tinnitus. Although
tinnitus.
I do have tinnitus, but that's just because I listen to loud music and I go to shows, and my ears are effed. But I have I'm pretty certain I have like this executive functioning thing where I mean I'm a pretty smart guy, but I have a lot of trouble accessing my deep memory when it comes to like words and concepts. It's the reason why oftentimes I go in these long tangents where I sort of speak around something until I finally get to that point. And Angel's are giving like a smirk because he knows I get pissed off at him because he's always cutting me off and stuff, and I can't just quite get to that point. And
that's why I'm quiet right now. Go ahead.
And no, you're good.
We're listening.
You're good. But I'm just saying though, like historically, historically, and so oftentimes I think faster than I talk, and so as I'm talking, like, man, it comes out a jumble mess. But I'm pretty certain that if I can like trace all of my mental issues up to that day, I mean beyond like the more emotional stuff, that's a completely different story.
Was that Frank?
It might have been not Frank. It was what was his name? there were a few of those guys. They ended up being part of Irish Street eventually. Remember, like that little wannabe gang, and then eventually it became a gang. But these guys were like initially part of the initial guys. I'm trying to remember what their names were. One of them was remember he was the chubby guy who played the tuba. I forget what his name was.
Oh, shit!
And then all those other guys that were part of that.
Victor was one of them. No, that was trumpet.
No, that was a band, right? Are you talking about a side band?
No. I'm talking about these guys were like
they were in the band that became.
They were
like
in the band,
gang,
but they used to hang out like with the gang members on Irish Street. But they were part. They were one of the group.
Gang adjacent.
Oh,
yeah, but they were in marching band with us, and these guys were kind of jerks. Yeah, they were kind of
tuba player, big guy.
Yeah, tuba guy, and another guy who played saxophone or trumpet or something. Yeah, so there were a lot of them.
Saxophone, Oscar, but Oscar
Frank, he's the one. Like I can remember Frank. Because
he was a tool.
He left me a mark. Like, dude, remember when we used to play football?
Yeah,
before every football game,
all the time, right outside of the band.
And we hung our muscle shirts all dirty and shit.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, you're good.
On top of the wall. So I remember Frank when we were playing football, and me freshman, of course, and we play. And and the thing is, we didn't play tag. We didn't play flag football. We played tackle.
Oh, yeah.
And remember how in the side it was a little space of grass, then it was concrete, and then it was grass again, and on the side it was the sidewalk. We were playing, and I ended up catching it was the kind where they throw the ball to you to receive it, and you got to run to the other side. I don't know how sports wise, but the thing is, Frank's team threw the ball to us. I caught the ball. I was running, and Frank just comes to me, and I'm going to the side, and he just smacks me so hard. I flew to the side, him still grabbing onto me, and we landed on the concrete side, and there was glass.
Yikes.
And he just cut the crap out of my shoulder.
Ooh, yeah.
Did that stop us? Hell no.
Nah,
it was just like, dude.
We played rough in those times.
That's the mark I have.
Yeah.
Frank.
Besides the mental mark.
Frank Telemontes. Yeah,
that guy, like, I mean, he...
Don't traumatize Enrique.
He's already stuttering.
He was one of those guys where we were like, he was one of the guys where I can say I was cool with, but I also wasn't. There was always this kind of weirdness. Yeah. And then even after high school, because he obviously more affiliated with the football players and some of the popular guys. And so he kind of ran with that. And even after high school and up and through the reunions, he's still part of that group, and they were always like this little clique. And so I have a lot of mixed feelings about the guy. But in high school, like, there were moments where we were cool, but there were other times when he tried really hard, so he was kind of a jerk. And the thing, I don't know if you guys remember this, but his sister Olga, for a little while, I want to say it was probably like a month, maybe even less than we were dating. And I want to say I would say more like hooking up. We were in the band. We were in
sister?
Yeah, I remember she was.
I did not know they were related.
Yeah, Olga Talamantes. Yeah.
What a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
That's
Olga
interesting.
Was like sweet. Like, she was nice.
Was she though?
She was nice.
She was kind of snobby later on. She turned snobby.
My memory of her being nice to me.
Now, aren't we? But okay.
PG.
Here's the thing. Like, we were like it was like almost like not even worth mentioning. But we were.
And we got pegged.
Okay, no, there was no pegging. I'm not gonna besmirch some person. We were just like holding hands.
I'll besmirch you.
You dirty boy, and you need to watch your mouth. Okay,
okay.
Your son is here, man.
Oh, he's heard worse.
He's heard worse. Poor guy, man. You know all that all those medical bills that you need to accrue for yourself because of all the therapy you need.
You'll have to catch me first.
Well, I'm just saying now your poor son here, when he's in his 20s, I'm like, let me tell you guys.
I'm already working on my secret identity. Besides, I'll be dead by then.
So, there we go.
Here comes cancer. By next week.
Yeah, if I keep it up. But that's fucking hilarious, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Ernie.
There was so many. There was many different Ernies.
But the bully Ernie.
Ernie the bully.
He was friends with you guys remember Masa?
Yeah. Oh, he was short.
Oh, yeah. Short. I remember.
Yeah,
Ernie.
Short.
Ernie. And
I don't remember his last name.
He was with. He had a kid with.
Someone had sex with him?
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember Ernie. Yeah, no, he had a kid with.
Statistically speaking, somebody's had sex with almost somebody else. I mean,
I'm just saying. If I remember Ernie correctly, that's just strange to me. There is a God. So
with, I don't remember who.
The
Yeah,
90s was a long time ago.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. But what about him? What happened?
No, I was just remembering him because I'm like,
What?
that guy was a tool. Like speaking of bullies, because we went down Frank, we went down all the other ones, and then the tuba player, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And then I'm also remembering Ernie, and then I'm also remembering Masa. Masa was a big tool.
Masa, yeah, I remember.
Which
that
I did
guy.
not know till years later, which is so stupid that he was actually related to trombone player Sandra, the Polynesian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which
Oh.
I'm friends with on Facebook.
You know what?
She's totally cool.
Suck
Yeah.
with names.
Yeah.
I see their face. I wonder who they are.
Yeah, same
I wouldn't
here.
know.
I know some names, but I'm generally pretty bad with them too.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What happened to me 2 years after we graduated, there was a kid named George, not our George, but another kid named George who was a punk guy with a
Yeah.
big old
And
thing.
he finally accused you of
He-
doing the diddle.
No, no, he wanted me to though. No, I'm just kidding. No, I ran into him at Toys R Us or something on Eastern in Ball Gardens, and he was so happy to see me. And he was like, "Hey," he called me by my name and all this, and he's like, "How's Lolly?" My girlfriend from the time. I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's good." And the whole time I'm there going "Who are you?" in my head, but I couldn't.
That's happened
Yeah.
to me a few
Dude,
times. Yeah.
that is so bad because I'm there sitting I could see how happy he is. I made his day, and I'm there I have no fucking idea who you are. Beep beep, whatever. It was so.
Such a sad attempt at self-censorship. Beep beep, whatever.
I'm not censoring myself. Shut up.
Right.
But I hate that feeling when someone's like, "Oh my god, how you been?" And they're telling you all these details of your life. They're like, "Oh, this person knows me."
Yeah, no,
you're
yeah.
dude, it's terrible. You got more stickers there?
Yeah, every time you cuss, I'm gonna put some stickers in front of you. Anytime you cuss, I'm gonna take them away. I'm about to do some operant conditioning here on your butt.
Yeah.
So if you stop cussing, you can have this nice sticker that says "I need head," and it's a headless guy. It's kind of funny, right?
Okay, I'll stay quiet.
Or what about this one here? Warning: hard hat area. That's kind of good, right? That's a nice one.
I could put that on my actual hard hat.
Or here's one. Don't you want to be real patriotic? Don't tread on me.
Oh no, that's MAGA shit.
That's Meg. Okay,
Put that one back. Take that one back.
Do you remember when Metallica, the Black Album, came out?
It has it on the
and
corner
the
of the
song.
corner.
Remember, "Don't Tread on Me," dude. I
Don't tread on
love
me.
that song.
So be it.
That
Friends
song,
war.
such a good song, and I loved and so I the "Don't Tread on Me" just stuck with me because of that, and now everyone's turned it into this terrible other thing.
Okay, probably.
Oh, I got one for you here. Not my circus, not my monkey.
There you are.
Hey, see, so all I'm saying, Angel, is these stickers could be yours. All of them.
Yeah.
Like if that works on me.
Look,
Come on.
ask my
There we
foreman.
go.
He knows everything. See that? That's a good
You
one.
got a hard hat pack. That's what you got.
I know. I mean, I'm taking those out specifically, but there's a bunch of other ones. I got some other ones.
You got those through Amazon, is that right?
Yeah.
I paid way too much for them. It was one of those drunken
drunken purchases.
Yeah, it was on Instagram and popped up. Buy these stickers for $15, and I'm like, sure, and I did, and it was so stupid. I hate these stickers. Look, man, look. Look how terrible these are. These are
I
trash.
don't even know what's
It says, "Don't worry, I zip tied it." It's like, what was I thinking, dude?
These are actually hard hat. They're actual hard hat stickers.
You
I
put
know.
them on your
I've seen
hard
them.
hat.
I've seen them on
Look,
site.
live, love, toaster bath. Like, what? Get it? Because
It's supposed to be like a suicide thing. I guess.
yeah, it's a suicide thing. It's terrible. But here you go, Angel.
I'll take that one. That was my name written all over it.
So all I'm saying, Angel, I got some stickers for you, bro. We're gonna do this elementary school style.
There we go. There we go.
So we were talking off air, and you said that you really don't talk to much people from high school.
No, I really don't. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I don't. I mean, when you post something, oh, they like it.
Oh well, Facebook friends is a different subject.
Yeah, well, exactly. So it doesn't. But as far as contact with people from high school years, not really.
Yeah, I mean, Enrique has a few, don't you? Enrique?
I have some friends. I have some friends. Like Haiti is definitely somebody who I still I will consider her a really close friend. I started I hung out a few times with Ronnie. Do you remember her? She was a cheerleader, and
No.
we went to the Pro Jam concert. Me, her, and Haiti. But I only hung out with her because of Haiti. I don't know, man. Beyond that, I mean, I'm sure there's been few over the years. I've dated a few people, people that I will not name because, But I mean, from high,
The dates of Enrique are not the dates of the Oddcast.
That's right.
Well, I mean, one of the people that I'm not talking about is Cecilia.
Yeah.
She's she's not included in that Wall of Shame. That's a completely different person. I want to put that out there because I let there be no mistake. Now that one is a more complicated one.
At 20 minutes and 9 seconds, I'll delete that. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Are you gonna do it in post? I am gonna
do it in post.
He's gonna do it in post. He says that every time, and he's never done it.
Never do.
Man, never do. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, no, I just get lazy. I listen to it, but I just get lazy. I'm like,
he's like, no, it's a Bill O'Reilly like powerless move is what it is.
Yeah.
Goes, F it, I'll do it in post. No, I'll do it live. Anyways, but yeah, no, there's a few people over the years I've hung out, and dude, I don't know, it's weird. Like I never really, held on to that group, other than Angel, who is like one of my closest friends, but I really didn't. I don't know, it was weird. And maybe like I wasn't really close with them even in high school, because had I been, then maybe it would have been different. I don't know. Yeah, so no.
Yeah, no, like same here with, I mean, like towards the end of the high school, the ones that I used to hang out with were, the two Adrians and Caesar.
Adrian.
Yeah, those guys are the ones
Caesar.
Well, one of them, the other one stole my Akira VHS in high school, and I'll never forgive him for that.
Oh, which one? I don't know which one it is.
The chubbier one.
Oh, there it is.
Mora.
Yeah.
No, Mora was cool.
Estrada.
Mora was always
Huevo Gordis, right? That's what we call it.
That's right. Estrada. Mora was skinnier back then. I'm sorry. I'm just.
I had bought, like, at the time I was going to the sci-fi convention over in the Shrine Auditorium.
Yeah.
And they still hold that convention, but that was like the premier one at the time. And I remember this was back like in '88. I went there to go get I went to go see like the premiere of The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren playing the Punisher, Frank Castle.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I mean I used to go there all the time, and
I will break you. Sorry.
So and that's cool. And so somewhere I forget when I forget what year it was, but I bought a VHS of, was it Akira or was it something else?
It was probably Urusokotoshi.
It wasn't that one. Shut up. Okay, bro, you're the one that gave me that DVD.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anime stuff, huh?
I didn't know about hentai until this guy gave it to me.
Hentai, that's how you say it. Hentai.
And here's the thing, like, I mean, it's not okay.
Yeah.
You all right there, buddy? Oh man, you're so embarrassing. I feel the cringe from your kid on behalf of him. Okay, so you and I, brother, I've cringe. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, you need to, like, dude, I'm about to fire your butt, man.
Anyways, go on.
Is it out of your system?
Not yet, but I'll continue. Go on.
No, you don't deserve the story anymore.
Okay, good.
Or the stickers. I ain't giving you nothing. I'm just gonna give you glares.
Anywho, so those are the three that I hang out with.
Yeah,
two Adrians and Caesar, and every time we'd hang out, we do like we meet up at the skinny Adrian's house because he lived in BG right there close to Suvo, and we'd record music videos. The whole thing, like, he pushed play on the tape or the CD player, and then we just mimic it like if we're singing it, and we record it with my video camera. It's funny stuff, man. I have it there. It's just funny the way
me and Mark used to do that stuff.
Yeah.
That's where the name for this podcast comes from.
Oh, really? There it is.
Yeah, because I've said the story before. When he got one of those big camcorders where he put the VHS tape in, big old beast. Back in '93 or '92 or something. There he got it, and then we would go around doing skits around the house. We were influenced by In Living Color.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we did that, and since it was only us two, he wanted to be the camera guy because his dad would not let no one else use the camera, only him. Mm-hmm. So he was the camera guy, and I was the artist, or the actor, basically. Mm-hmm. So it became FCH, Fabio's Comedy Hour. And then after a while, his brother got involved, his brother's best friend got involved, some neighbors, some other ones. So I told him, dude, it's not like me anymore. Let's just do it OCH, our Comedy Hour. And then his brother was like, dude, it'd be cool if we could name it Ouch. Oh, and then we're like, oh, that's kind of cool, but what do we name it? And then to this day, we don't know who came up with it, but someone said Unknown. So we're like, Our Unknown Comedy Hour. And that's where the name Ouch comes from.
All right, now I know.
So for the Ouchcast, we were trying to come up with a name, and I'm like, well, Our Unknown Chat Hour. because that's what it is.
Oh, there it is.
No one listens to us. So Ouchcast, our unknown chat.
There we go.
Right.
All right.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
But yeah, the 90s are a fucking trip, dude.
The 90s, man.
It feels like so long ago, doesn't it?
It does. It
It's
does.
like if they were to remake Back to the Future right now, that's when they would go to the 90s, right? Am I right? Or
Yeah,
am I
but
wrong?
people wouldn't feel like it's the past. That's the thing.
Because it's not that much of a disconnect
It's
from now,
not.
is it?
It's not. But then again, things have evolved, man.
Well,
things are more
Internet
sensitive.
makes it- yeah.
It's more sensitive. Technology has evolved like beyond.
Pronouns are a thing.
Exactly. Dude.
You can measure all those changes, but like when you visually see them, like if you go, like if you think of us in the 90s and then what was 30 years before, right? That would have been the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so like when you think of like not just culturally, which obviously was different, but also just think visually, the way like houses, the way people dress, like it's so visually like so jarring that it feels like you're in a different time.
Because if you look at it, sorry, you're right. If you look at it, 90s to 80s, different looks. 80s to 70s, different looks. 70s to 60s, different look. 60s, so on and so on.
Yeah.
30s and 40s and 20s is kind of the same, just a little difference here and there.
Tweaks
But
here and there, yeah.
so it's funny because we are in the 20s and stuff now, so it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like in between, right?
Yeah. Okay. So if you remember when, I want to say it was like 94, 95, it might have even been 92 up into that time, where there like a lot of like fashions and stuff are cyclical.
Yeah.
So even then you had like people dressing like the 70s and 60s.
It's a circle.
It's a circle. It's a straight line.
It's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, and so even then, so yeah, sure, you can go to the, like in some weird way, you can go to the 90s and see people with like bell bottoms and like multicolored and tie dyes and all that good crap. But even now, though, like the styles from now up into the 90s, there's not really that many differences. There's some for sure, you know, maybe
Some have
styles
come back.
some have come
Yeah.
back, but
Oh, yeah.
generally speaking, it's like, though, I think the only real jarring difference is that kids look way older than they should. Where in our age, the kids' faces probably looked a little older, but they dressed younger.
Yeah.
You know, like you can see it like in the videos, like any videos you've seen of like us in the 90s, the way we dressed, the way we looked. I mean, I've seen a lot of these reunion videos, like where they had like montages or whatever.
Yep.
And we looked like kids. Everybody in that looked like kids, where you see videos today of kids and they don't look like kids. They look like little trollops or whatever it's
great. It's like saying like when you've seen yearbooks from the early 80s when all the seniors, dude, the guys had beards, mustaches. They looked older.
They looked old.
And it's like, what the heck? And then when we graduated, we looked normal. We looked all right. Hey, we looked our age.
Yeah, we looked. Oh,
and then all of a sudden now you look at seniors now, they look like little kids.
Yeah.
So it's just next up is going to be now they're going to look normal, I guess, or older. Right?
They're gonna look like
they're not going to look
elementary.
normal. Yeah, exactly. And then after that, they're going to look normal. And then it's just a full circle.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's a circle, Enrique. It's a circle.
It's a circle.
if,
But then
if this was a game, a drinking game, everybody be drunk now because
Because it's a circle.
dude,
It's
and then like
That cup is a circle.
and then the styles, the brands, you know, like back then the brands of clothes, you know, what Reebok, Bugle Boy, LA Gear,
LA Gear, Boy London.
yeah, there you go. I don't know, Levi's. Levi's
have always been around.
Yeah, it's always been around.
Boy London.
Boy London. You remember Boy London?
No, I yeah. But you remember Boy London?
Obviously, I do. I just said it out loud.
That's hilarious.
I had a watch of Boy London.
I'm sure you had a Boy London,
Dude, I had those watches.
You are my Boy London.
With the watches with the like different colors, different designs.
The swatches?
Swatches. There you go. I had a
Watches.
swatch.
That's 80s, 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
My sister collected those. That's why I knew them. That's another thing, though. Back in the days, in the 90s and stuff, we were big on their like bright colors and stuff.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
neon was a thing, man.
Hypercolor.
Yeah.
You guys remember Hypercolor?
Which was that one?
Hypercolor were the shirts that were like bright colors, and they would usually like it was purple, but you would press your hand on it.
Oh,
and it would change color to like
shorts like that. I think.
Yeah, I had a T-shirt that I bought at Mervin's.
you know how I know you're
I was
gay.
so happy.
And then the whole, you know, the
Right there.
music.
Because my dick tastes like ass.
Oh my god.
What? Okay, that was, bro. That was like the most vulgar like response to that question.
I could have said shit, but I didn't. Anyway,
you're gonna go somewhere,
Oh,
and there's gonna be a lot of flames around you.
he's gonna take
And
over
I'm
your
dragging
stickers.
everyone
and
with
when
me.
you get there, and those flames hit you, man.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
tell them that we sent you.
I'll be like, "Hey, Adolf, where's Enrique?" And he was like, "Yeah, right over there."
Okay, no. I will not be anywhere near there.
Scheiße.
Yeah.
So, do you guys miss anything from the 90s? Besides the lack of responsibilities? and the fact that McDonald's cost $2.15.
Dude.
$1.99 for a Big Mac.
Remember when it was still the 90s. Was it? When there was a 29-cent burgers?
Yeah, that was
and it
the
was
90s.
39 cents if you wanted it with cheese.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
those days?
get the bag.
Or the Valley meal from Taco Bell. Everything was 29, 39, 49, 59, 79 was most, 99
the
was
Jumbo Jack was $1.
the Jumbo Jack.
Yeah.
was.
$1 with cheese, man. It was like,
And the size, the portions were so big.
it was so much better. It was so
Were
much
they
better.
were they portions bigger back then?
Yes, 110%. Shrinkflation is a thing. A matter of fact, we haven't been eating out for a while. Well, I lost so much weight, right? I haven't been eating out because of that reason. Like, I wanted to lose weight.
Bro, let's be honest. Nobody will eat you out.
Bitch. But right now there's a little Happy Meal, like a little Croc that came out. My kids love Crocs, so I'm like, you know what? I'll go get them. I'll surprise them. They've been good. I took them today, and it's the first time we've eaten in months. And my wife got a filet fish. Dude, that thing was like freaking like 3 fingers thick. It was like so small.
Yeah. 2 bites.
That's how it used to be.
Done.
And it cost $6.
My gosh. See, there it is, man.
It's like that's shrinkflation. And even my wife was upset. She's like, dude, she's like, this is why I don't like eating out. And I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. And like everywhere we go, everything costs so much money. The Big Mac meal was like $16, $18 almost for just one meal. And on top of that, we went into the restaurant, which I haven't done in a long time. They don't even have the menu up with the prices. They have ads now on these TV screens of the burgers, so you don't even look at the prices, so you don't even know how much it is.
No, it just makes you think, that looks so good, I want it.
Yeah, I'll take
and
that.
And make it look bigger on TV.
Yeah, and it's all juicy and stuff. the mayo is actually glue. You know?
It's all dripping down from the side.
Yeah, it has cardboard in the back, sending it up. It's dude, don't get me started.
Well, everything now is done on these apps, right? Like most of these places.
Yeah, I have the app too. Yeah,
and so they try to get you because these apps give you tons of like discounts, and you get points and what have you, and so you get free like items or whatever. But McDonald's arguably is the worst one. They don't let you stack them up. So for example, let's say you go into the drive-through, and dude, I have like a ton of points, and they get.
I did too, but I cashed out.
Well, they don't cash you out. What do you mean you cashed out? You can't cash out your points.
Yes, you can. I went to
they expire.
No. Well, that's what I meant. But I used them up for the kids for Happy Meals. Like, a long time ago, and the thing is, how it's one per order. So I went to the Walmart, McDonald's over here in Pico, and I walked in, and I'm like, one Happy Meal, click. Okay. Another Happy Meal. That's how I got them out.
That's good. That's good.
Because I knew I wasn't going to use them anymore.
I've lost so much points that expired because, look, I have 6,366 points that are about to expire because I have 32,449 points.
Dude, you eat a lot of McDonald's, man.
Hell, it's just kids. It's just kids.
Oh, it's a kid.
Me and my kids. And also because I don't just buy for me though, Robert. Like I buy, like if I go out, I'll buy for my whole family.
Yeah.
So I'm like literally, I'm the doofus paying like $90 at a McDonald's because I'm buying for everybody.
Welcome to the club. We meet on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I spend the most, maybe, I don't know, $80. But see, that depends. It depends on the so like Panda Express is pretty much the most that as far as our outside food we eat. That's the one that I joined the point system with. I got 2,000 points right now.
Damn.
But I don't even know what the heck I can buy. I keep forgetting, like, oh wait, I got rewards.
I know you got points.
Yeah, and I got points. Like, oh okay, but yeah, there's all these apps. Taco Bell. Yeah, I would have gotten Taco Bell.
It's so expensive though, too.
But Taco Bell is expensive as well.
It used to be one of the cheapest. You could feed like a family of 20 for like $10. So like, nowadays it's not even like that.
And what I end up doing now is like, okay, I'm gonna spend a lot either way, and I figure fast foods. Okay, yeah, one combo here, one combo here. It's just 3 of us, right? My wife, my son, and I. But when it comes to like, let's say Thai food, where we live, there's a lot of Thai food restaurants around.
Oh, I love Thai food.
There's this one Thai food restaurant, Ocha. That place is the bomb. That place always has a line from outside.
Do they have, just humor me, do they have a beef satay combo with like the red rice? Maybe a couple shrimp?
I'm pretty sure they do, dude. I'm pretty sure.
That's my favorite.
That place just gets full. It gets packed.
Now I
you
want
know?
Thai food, thanks.
So that place, I go, and that place, I spend at least $100, but I get enough to last us for leftovers, because I don't want to end up buying something else later on. Because my son, I'm hungry. What is there for dinner? Well, there's leftovers. Next day, it's enough for when it comes to lunchtime. Hey, Dad, what's for lunch? Leftovers, dude. I want them to eat everything until they lick the damn plate. And then I can say, okay, now let's go get something else.
There's a Hawaiian food place here at the Quad, and we get the family meal, which is like it's exaggerated. Like there's a reason why Hawaiians eat hard, you know. That thing lasts us for like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then dinner the next day.
Yeah.
And it's like $45 or like I think it went up to like $50 almost. But dude, there's nowhere that I can eat out with the whole family for that many meals for that price.
Exactly.
More bang for your buck. No, I want that.
Yeah. Now you're gonna get that.
No, I'm gonna get that. No,
we're gonna have that for dinner
No,
now.
my wife is already making food, and she'll kill me if I come up with food. She'll be like, no, "We're trying to save money." So no.
Yeah, but no, it's really depending on the areas or locations, you know, for these restaurants that, you know, sometimes like, dude, the food is just so good.
But I remember how back when we were kids, it's like we got more bang for our buck. We got more food for little, and even let's say, the salaries, you know, like inflation and all that. When I was in junior high or sophomore, I was working already, and I made $5.50 an hour.
Right.
That's how much I made. That was a lot.
That was a lot for us.
That was a lot because minimum wage I think was like $3, $2, something like $2.50, $2.52, $2.72, something like that.
Yeah. For when I started working, obviously it was more, and it was like $4.75.
Yeah, I made $5.50 just because the guy was like. He really liked me. I called him. He was my uncle. I called him my uncle, and my sister worked there, and it was like the pharmacy where I used to work.
Right.
So he used to. No, I'm sorry, not $5.50. It was $5.25. So $5.25. That's what I made. So I made bank, and I worked after school and you know, and weekends and stuff like that. So, but I remember that would last me for a long time, and I even had savings and stuff as a kid. Nowadays it's like living paycheck to paycheck, you know, and you're making so much more. It's not equal.
No.
Rent was like $600 for like a 4-bedroom house and 2
My
bathrooms
parents
and stuff like
paid
that.
$700, I think, a month in a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah, dude.
And
you cannot find a 3-bedroom house for, you know, less than like $3,000, $3,500 these days.
Nope.
It's not equall. It's not.
Remember Troy's?
Yeah, Troy's, right? Of course.
I remember chili fries, $2.50.
$2.50. Yeah, one
now. Well, who knows how much?
I think it's like
$10. Which still is not bad considering some other places, but still, that's a lot of money.
It's a big difference. Like now, like you said, you know, I was able to ask my parents, like, you know, when I was a freshman or whatever and went to Troy's, I was able to ask my mom, "Hey, Mom, can I have $5?"
Yeah,
and it was like that was a lot.
Yeah,
she still gave me $5, but that lasted me.
Yeah,
buying Troy's. And then during lunch, you know how there were those carts on the Taco Bell, the Cholitos, right? Oh my
Taco Bell Choritos, those were good.
So I mean, and I still had change. Yeah, it's just like, dude, that just shows. Now, is like, I don't know, how much can you give a kid, like even if you give him $20.
He has his own ATM and stuff.
My son too. I got him his own ATM.
He goes to Raising Cane's to feed himself, and it's like $25. I'm like, dude, I'm at home eating a couple noodles, and this kid is eating fucking Raising Cane.
Yeah, Raising Cane's one. The three finger one is about like $9, $10, and then
but he gets the Caniac.
Yeah, the Caniac is like $16.
No, it's like $20 with everything.
Is it?
Yeah. He just had it. I just bought it from last week.
Because man, I go there often. I go there with my kid, and I'm trying to remember that one. But I went to Troy's recently, and
is it still good?
Well, here's the thing. They kind of confused their menu. I think in order to try to like kind of offset, you know, how much, you know, it costs. Because even up until like 3-4 years ago, it was still relatively cheaper than most places. Not by much, but it was. But now it's actually more expensive than most places. And here's what they did. Initially, they tried to do this thing where it was confusing. They called it the Troy's Burger, and they didn't tell you like the name. So you know, you go to the drive-thru, you order your food, and all of a sudden you're like, well, why is my burger small? It's like really one of those small ones. And they're like, oh, that's the Troy's Burger. If you want the quarter pounder, it's more. It's like, well,
You would think you would
I was
call
like,
the choice burgers like your elite.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm like, no, well, I want the burger that I always would get. Like, this is not the same size as the one that I got, like, I don't know, like 8-9 months ago. I guess they had closed down for a little bit, and when they reopened, that's when they did these changes, and the changes are super confusing. And anecdotally speaking, I don't really see like it helping them. Like, it just looks like there's less people there. Now, I'm not there all the time, so I don't know, but I get the impression that it's not really. In fact, it might even be hurting them because it's very confusing.
In Troy's defense, I think the most busiest was during school hours for all the kids that would ditch.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they did that smaller burger to try to get that. And not just the people who ditch, but like, because remember, there was a time when we can walk off campus.
Yeah.
Do you
But
remember
when
that?
you're a senior.
No, when I started,
Really?
when I was a freshman, you could still do that.
Same thing with me.
I came in later then.
So
Yeah.
It almost feels like, I mean, I didn't know that was the true view, but I know that for me, when I was a freshman, I could leave out. It was open campus during,
it was
during,
open.
Wow.
during nutrition and during lunch. Then my sophomore year, they started closing it down. They only let sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And then by the time that I was a senior, only seniors were able to.
Yeah, and that's
leave
when I
campus.
started.
Yeah. But when I was a freshman, it was allowed. My sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not anymore.
so then I guess maybe I'm a little behind. But I remember that by my senior year, only seniors could go out.
You graduated with Oscar Jimenez, right?
In 95.
Yeah. So
I was there from 92 to 95. And so 92.
95, 96, 97. Yeah, I was there from 94.
So they
94,
probably,
it was still a thing.
Okay. Well, I know that, and I know as a freshman, as a freshman, I could go off. When I was a sophomore, I remember them not being able, but maybe I'm wrong. I remember them not letting the kids off campus during the time. But I guess they did.
Well, my freshman year, I was able to do it.
I just know that by the time that I was a junior, I was a senior, it was only seniors that can go off campus. And I remember that because at the time I was already hanging out with some of the freshmen like Josie and some of my and we would try to go off campus and we couldn't.
Yeah.
So I would usually go get the food bring back for people.
Yeah, it was that lunch truck in front that always parked in front, and then Troy's. Those were pretty much the only options there were.
Yeah. Unless you went to Hector's Meat Market.
And Lucero's
snacks.
Lucero's churros in the morning.
Lucero's churros. It's a what?
Now that little corner store is now a church.
Oh,
Shut the front door.
Yeah, it's a little
Really?
one of those little like Christian like.
It used to be like
Hector's Meat Market. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
it was like a liquor store, right?
I used to spend hours.
Now it's a church?
I used to spend quarters,
Wow.
tons of quarters, like dollars of quarters, playing their Bust a Move game in the Bubble Bobble.
Oh, Bobble Bobble, dude. That
Street Fighter too, yeah.
That game was a bomb, dude. Yeah.
I miss arcades.
Arcades were the bomb. I used to. My mom used to have like a jar with pennies, man, and I would get 25 pennies.
Smash them?
No. I would get 25 pennies, carried in my pocket, and I would go to this when I used to live in La Mirada. It was a donut shop, and they had Shinobi.
The Shinobi arcade was awesome.
And I went there, with 25 quarters, and I would throw them on the counter for the guy, and he didn't even want to count them. He's like, "You got to be kidding me!" Kind of that look, and he just give me the quarter, and I'll play. And then I'm like, oh man, I lost, The next time I'll take 50 cents of quarters of pennies, and the same thing. But that's what I would do. Like, that's how I would, if I find a quarter in the floor, that'd be awesome. Like, oh heck yeah. But I used to play Shinobi, man. That game was, and Superman and
getting, I had a slug, it was like weighted slugs where you can put it in and
then pull it out with a string.
Yeah, dude. I was
back in
gaming,
the days.
I was gaming that system. Dude.
You guys remember how you with the capsule machines, or like we used to, if you banged it like back and forth fast enough, it would trigger the teeth to move, and then the capsule would pop out.
No, I never did that.
No, I never did that one. Really? Yeah,
that was the thing I did in the 80s and 90s.
Man, the homies would get mad at you because remember the little homies came in, the little homie figurines.
The homie figurines,
came in, but you'd be stealing from the homies.
What are you stealing from us, eh?
Órale, vato.
Órale, pinche vato. No, dude, I used to do that all the time, and like for gum and stuff, and then Skittles and stuff.
Get the
But after a while, they
tattoos.
fixed that. I know
the tattoos that come in the sleeve.
Yeah,
Those
hilarious.
Used to wear
crazy
those. I'd be
tattoos.
like, check my tattoos
Oh,
out.
yeah,
I got some
5
ink last night.
3 puntos,
Tres puntos, güey. That's a big pen.
That's a marker. Yeah, no, dude.
Good old times.
Tattoos? No, I wouldn't be able to get a tattoo. I don't know. You have a tattoo?
I don't have any tattoos.
No, Enrique?
Nah, well, I ain't telling you.
He has one. I'm not gonna tell you where it is, but it says insert here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It says, "Do you want Jesus inside of you?"
Oh,
That's what it says.
Wow, and I'm the insulting one.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm walking around giving Jesus to everyone.
Nah, man, tattoos for me, like, I don't know.
I do want tattoos. I'm always changing my mind, so I never.
It's just one of those things for me. Is like, you get a tattoo, it's on for life.
Yeah.
You know, it's on for life. No, yeah, they say, oh, well, you could always take it off. That's the whole point. You don't want to.
I was talking to my son about tattoos, and I'm so glad I didn't get one at his age, because when I was his age, I wanted so many tattoos. I wanted a Thundercats logo. I wanted a Decepticon. I wanted Soundwave. I wanted and I would always I would change my mind every other month. No, this is what I want out. This is what I want. This is for sure what I want for the rest of my life. I never got any of them, and I'm glad. The only one is, do you remember Gabriel de la Torre?
Who?
Gabriel de la Torre. No.
Again, if I see them, maybe I'll remember it.
He was.
Should have brought your yearbook.
I don't have one. I don't have any yearbooks. I never bought a yearbook. I never was in a yearbook. You can't find my pictures because I had
It's all black.
No, that's a lie. I have one yearbook, and you're in it.
Show it to me, because you know what? I had Mr. Smith for a bunch of my grades, including my senior, and he was very meticulous in his filing of pictures.
Oh.
And I got the proofs.
No, there's a picture. There's one with you. It's in the band room, and you're wearing your trench coat, you little chubby bastard.
Ooh,
and you're
show it to me.
You're like there on the side, and it's like, yeah, it's in my.
I want to see that.
With
That's
his,
awesome.
with his pale face.
Oh well, yeah, well, because you
When
were
you were beginning your Undertaker days.
You were before. You were
Yeah.
from.
It was-
You're
it was
older
my-
than me.
It was my
You're-
senior yearbook, and it
you're
was your
gothic.
freshman year, I think.
Yeah, I had no power
And-
then.
Oh, then hey, I have the freshman book, so then I might.
I have no power, but your freshman book is different than his freshman book.
Well, no, yeah.
No,
His senior, your
my
senior book,
yearbook would be his
90
freshman book.
my
because
freshman book.
That's the senior yearbook.
and I
So
ended
that was
up.
my sophomore year then.
Because it was 95, right?
I think,
Yeah, because I was 94 freshman.
okay, then.
Yeah, because I'm 1
So
year
your
older than
sophomore
you.
year.
Yeah, so my
then,
sophomore year.
So then I ended up getting that yearbook. No, I didn't buy it.
Right. You would be a sophomore when I was a senior.
When you were senior.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right.
how it
That makes
goes.
a lot more sense. But
And
yeah, no, you're in it.
Josie was a freshman.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, that's there it is. I'm
It's
not
a
going to say it,
circle.
but yeah, there you go. Thank you. Okay, fine, I'll say it. It's a circle.
Yeah, that yearbook
It's
I
a
got.
compulsion, and you need to get that checked
I got
out.
it for free.
It's a hexagon.
It's a
Okay.
because
5-finger discount?
no, it was a.
It's a geometric shape.
When you show up, I don't know if I was a nerd or whatever, but my mom sent me to school regardless. Yeah, I was sick as a dog. She get your ass to school, and I got perfect attendance.
Also, they gave it to you?
So I got a free yearbook for perfect attendance, and that was the last time I got perfect attendance.
He had measles
So
for a
then,
month, but he got perfect attendance.
Yeah,
There was
for
an
a
outbreak.
yearbook.
People
Is that
died,
like
but it's
that?
all good.
I got a touch of the SARS.
Touch of the slide. We found patient zero of COVID over
Yeah,
here.
right here. There he is. He's a Chinese bastard.
No,
Chinese.
man, those yeah, man, those days.
I love how like in the recent debate between Kamala Harris and Trump, and like how like it's like one of the first times that like on a presidential platform they were talking about like that China was the one that like most likely gave us COVID, because they've been kind of coy about it for years, and it's like when Kamala said it, I was like, okay, that's good. It's about time somebody's actually saying it.
But you're not saying it right. It's pronounced China.
China,
China.
But China.
and that debate was something.
Politics or something these days. It's like
That
Politics
debate
off.
was something. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun watching that one.
it made me crave cats though. I wonder what it tastes like. Does it taste like chicken or duck?
Well, ask Alf. He would tell you.
I
I'm
know,
pretty sure
right?
it tastes like chicken. I tasted duck. I don't like duck, and I tasted it, and I was like, "Oh, it's chicken." And my wife goes, "Oh, okay, good." And that was duck. I was like, "What?" oh my god!
I've had duck. It tastes very dry to me. Like there's no
I guess
juice- there's no
I was
juice
thinking,
to it.
"Oh, this is dry chicken." Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's duck. You
Yeah.
ate. Like, you gotta be kidding.
Have you ever had boar?
No.
Oh, dude, it's pretty good. It's a little
Yeah?
gamey, but I like it's a nice, thick, juicy like meat.
Really?
Yeah, I had boar burgers. So good.
Dang, dude.
So
Boar burgers. What
good. Boar
the?
burgers. Yeah. Fucking good shit. I also had shark steak once when I was
Shark
younger.
dick?
Back in the 90s.
So you had shark dick?
Steak.
What does shark dick
Steak.
look like, bro? Because it means it sounds to me like you're
It
going.
tastes gammy.
It's a little fishy, like your
It made
balls.
my throat.
It's a little
Deep.
vinegar, like Enrique over there.
Okay, you don't know anything how I taste, bro. Okay, you need to get.
Oh.
You need to. You need
Wow, you went there?
to. You're the one who
Whoa,
just said
you
like
went there.
Enrique. Like you wouldn't know, bro. You
I
ain't,
speak to your exes, okay?
you ain't got you ain't got that elite status. Okay, there's no.
Elite status.
There's no-
stupid ass.
You haven't rode the lightning yet, my friend.
Too
And
much
I don't want to.
information.
I don't want to.
I don't know, man. You keep on over there hinting at it, man. You dirty, dirty boy.
Changing topic back to the 90s.
Okay.
Transition real quick.
Transition.
Did you guys hear Deftones are back together?
Who cares?
Deftone fans?
Okay, so I went to go watch a Ghost cover band at the Viper Room 2 weekends ago. And one of the cover bands was a Deftones cover band. And they were great. I mean, it was good. They were really, really good. This cover band, they nailed it. It sounded exactly like them. And even then, I was like, ugh, this suck. And they sounded just like them.
Okay.
Deftones suck, man. Why do people like Deftones?
It doesn't happen often, but I agree with you. I really agree with you.
It's Madonna's fault. Like, she's the one who got them signed.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so what happened was, I don't know if she saw them or if she somehow got one of their demos, but she like really liked them, so she happened to give it to one of her like friends who does like music, and that person went out and watched them, and like really they demoed them right then and there, and like signed them. Like, okay, I heard enough. The next day they had like a full like deal.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
So they owe it all to Madonna.
It's one of the
Madonna. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All these 90 bands are coming back. Oasis is coming back.
Now that's cool. I'm excited about that.
Really?
Oasis is cool, man. And you know what? Hey, funny thing. Okay, so you know how speaking of 90s, freaking Dave Navarro and Perry.
I was getting to that one, Perry Farrell.
Well, but here's the thing. We'll get to it, and then I'll tell you, like, because Liam Gallagher, like the best tweet of
I heard that. Yeah, I heard about that too. But I'll paraphrase.
Why
it if I
did
do it,
they
so you
fight?
do it? Well,
was he high?
Perry is going through some mental issues.
Oh, okay. Figured,
He's had some
you
mental
can see
problems.
It in his face.
Yeah, he has some mental issues. So he took he was getting angry, and just the pressure of the touring and everything else, it triggered him. He saw Dave Navarro, it pissed him off. He wanted to take a punch at him. Dave, being a gentleman, did not do anything. He just fucking pushed him back in his neck.
Yeah. He wasn't even surprised.
What was his name? Andy? I forget, the drummer.
Yeah,
took advantage, came over and gave Perry a bunch of punches over and over
Whoa.
again. Like he took out his frustration on Perry. So the next day they canceled the next concert, and now they canceled the whole tour.
So I mean, I saw the footage, and
Yeah.
I mean,
I sent it to you.
I saw it actually. I didn't see the one you sent me. I saw it like when I went. Like I was looking up some of the footage because of the
Make me feel unneeded.
thing. But here's the thing. So initially, the narrative that the wife wanted to put out was that
Music was too loud.
It was too loud. He was having tinnitus. I can empathize with that because tinnitus is a thing, dude. Like I don't know. Yeah, the whole time. Like I mean, I don't have like.
Okay, then.
Thanks. So
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you don't deserve my story anymore.
Okay, good.
You know what? Cut it off, you jerk. All right, so dude, tinnitus is like really bad. Like I have it.
I do too.
And there's never a moment of silence. I'm always hearing like a background sound, and so it's gotten progressively worse where like if there's any background noise, let's say like a fan, and like somebody's talking to me from across the room, I can hear the words they're saying, but I can't make them out.
Yep.
And it's very frustrating to people because I'm always asking like, what? Or, hey, what did you say? And I have to get closer. And I have to remind, I'm basically now I'm that old man telling people, look, guys, I have tinnitus. There's constant ringing. I can't hear what you're saying. And so, like, I hate that I have to do that because I can see how annoyed people get when they have to repeat things. Well, anyways, when he said that, I'm thinking, okay, I can understand that. And so you can hear him singing louder and louder. He's like screaming because he says that he couldn't hear the music, right? The PA system that's hitting him back, that's supposed to keep him in time, can't hear nothing. And supposedly, Perry Farrell was screaming, and the audiences were, what triggered him was one of the audience guys said, like,
they're too loud.
Saying, you're too loud. And that pissed him off. So he went over to Dave Navarro and was saying it's too loud, and Dave Navarro's playing his guitar, turns around, and all of a sudden, what's his name, just takes a swing at him. It's like, wait, what happened? Why are you hitting him? And Dave
Yeah, you
Navarro
can see it
pushed
in
back.
his face.
He
Navarro's like,
pushes-
whoa,
So
calm down,
he
calm down,
pushes
calm
him
down.
back.
Yeah.
Two things happen. One, a roadie or somebody comes in to split them up. But then two, the other guy, the one that Angel was referring to, comes from behind and headlocks him.
Yeah, and starts punching him.
And then because Perry starts to like fight back,
Yeah.
he starts punching him. Okay.
Wow.
So the wife then goes on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, and starts putting out the message, oh, he got sucker punched and da-da-da. Like trying to kind of also make it seem like it's not his fault, but at the same time, just everybody be calm down. But then as you start to kind of, unravel everything, yes, all that mental illness stuff starts coming out. And you can sense that they were already having tensions even before.
Yeah.
Like
you
up
could
until
see
the
it in
end.
his face.
Yeah.
Like you saw it where he was screaming. And when he started telling Navarro, like, just shit.
Yeah.
Navarro, even with his face, like, what the heck's wrong with you, dude? And then when he started pushing him, that's when it's like, whoa, wait. The way he was acting, he was like even scuffling, like, get away from me. That just shows like, all right, this dude was either something happened.
It was totally
he was under something.
Yeah.
And it took a while for them to just say, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, but the footnote, the best part of it is Oasis. Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
Hear this.
So Liam Gallagher retweets saying, I'm paraphrasing it, but he says something along the lines of, man, what a bad attitude. Which is hilarious because like Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher were infamous for getting on fights on stage all the time.
Which caused the breakup.
Like the breakup was like a lot of factors, but up to the point where like when they broke up, initially it was going to be a hiatus, because they had gotten into an argument, and as I understand it wasn't a stage fight that did it. It was just like they were just like not getting along in terms of like some business stuff, so they just went on hiatus and whatever. But I mean, for years, all through the 90s, early 2000s, like headlines were always like Liam and Noel get into fight, like they're pushing each other on stage, they're punching each other. So when Liam Gallagher comes out and says what a bad attitude, and then one of the guy like a fan retweets it and says this is Liam and Noel after 3 nights on the new tour, and then Liam Gallagher responds back, nah mate, he goes we're pretty professional nowadays. I think it's hilarious.
Wow, dude.
But yeah, my money is they're probably going to kick each other's ass at some point.
Might as well Axel should have thrown.
They actually need an Axel. They actually need the money, so they're probably going to behave.
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
You know what? No, I'm going to say that I don't think they do. It seems to me like Liam Gallagher is doing really well solo. Noel Gallagher, he's pretty happy with his kind of low key fame. Like his shows sell out, he does really well, but he's not the big draw that Liam is, and he's fine with that. I think the reason why it was the right time. One, they threw a bucket of money at them for sure. I mean, it's like that kind of money that like
obscene.
It's an obscene amount of money to do this.
It's you're going to be P Diddy in a couple of days and yachting out in the Mediterranean.
Exactly. You can start like stacking up on the baby oil,
on the baby oil,
and doing the freakouts or whatever they're called. We need to get on that, man. We'll get on that in a moment.
I don't want to get on P Diddy. Thank you. You can go ahead.
I would definitely want to get on P Diddy, but not in the way you're talking about. So, anyways, so they got all this money to do it, and it sounds great. But I really think that Liam Gallagher has been jonesing for it, like nostalgia-wise. Yeah. Like he seems like he's a much more mature individual. Like you hear him in the new, like in all the news cycles and a lot of the interviews. He just seems to be he's more retrospective about it all, and he misses that. I mean, so much so that they even got a guy named they called him Bonehead. He was one of the original members, and he was fired in lieu of another bass guitarist. So in other words, they're bringing the band back together because it's a full nostalgia thing. Now Noel, on the other hand, always struck me as a person who's being like, like I'm like not really that into it. So the fact that he's coming back,
he's the Meg White.
He's the Meg White, and which brings me, by the way, I want to talk about the Smiths one because I got some things to say about the Smiths one. I mean, it's all in line with the whole 90s reunion because to some degree, I mean, even though the Smiths broke up in the 80s, like it really was us kids in the 90s
took it to the next level.
I didn't know anything
because
about
in the 80s, the Smiths were okay, but the 90s really was the Smiths' time after
it was the Smiths' time because Morrissey kept it going and he was very popular. And stuff.
I agree.
So
I hate
the bottle cap on or the bottle you hate the Smiths. You know, you better shut
I know.
You keep the Smiths name out your mouth,
Smiths
bro.
and Oasis for me, it's always been a. But you know what's funny now? Now in retrospect, now that I'm in the 90s and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I'll listen to the Smiths. I'll listen to Oasis and Morrissey because I rather have that and because it gives me nostalgia and I love it than the
seriously
of today's
mumbling.
I can't.
How is that music?
Yeah. But anyways, continue because I do want to hear this.
Just
I'm sorry.
No, just saying that Noel Gallagher, I think he's also somewhat nostalgic, but I really feel like he's tickled by the fact that Liam is so into the idea, and I think that for him it's probably like a family thing now. Like I'm getting the impression that they're excited about it. So I'm hoping that it's also going to lead to new music. I hope so.
Well, they said it wasn't going to lead to new music.
Supposedly.
But
I think what'll happen is once
they
they play together, and that sort of thing kind of kicks in. And if they can keep
at least
that
a single, dude.
It would be nice. It would be nice because everyone like remembers them so fondly that they are like, you know, for lack of a better way, they are like the Beatles of the 90s for a lot of people. I was
going to say they got to rip off another Beatles song. So yeah, they got to. There's other songs on there.
And now that definitively Blur is no longer like their rival, you know, there's just nobody standing in their way, right?
Well, yeah, because Gorillaz is now a thing. So.
Yeah. Well, and also because remember what happened to Blur at Coachella like this past summer, where they were like, he got mad at the audience because they weren't singing along to some of their songs, and so Damon Albarn, the lead singer of Blur, who's also, you know, Gorillaz, the lead singer of Gorillaz, he was upset.
Yeah,
because, you know, they weren't vibing to the music like girls who like boys who like boys who dig girls. Yeah. And people just weren't into it. Like people like all the younglings were like, what? And it's like, it's great music, but, you know, screw them.
It's 90s. It's deep cut 90s it's not popular. It's not in the movies where they do now, like the nostalgic 90s thing. So a lot of them don't know unless you grew up in the 90s like we did.
Yeah. Like my son right now, 14 years old. And every time I get in the car, he's like, Dad, put 90s alternatives. Dude, he loves 90s alternatives.
I wish somebody was like that.
Like us, like, can you play?
But instead, he's like,
and
Travis Scott.
I would just, you know, I have the YouTube music app, and I just put 90s alternative, and it's the same songs, but he just loves it.
Yeah.
And he'll mumble it.
I have it all along. And
he knows it. He does, and Oasis pops up every once in a while. Wonderwall. And he mumbles it. He knows it. You know, like,
he has great taste in music, but it's different. Like, he does like a lot of modern stuff, but he likes like Mac DeMarco. He likes a lot of like vein cutter stuff. He has some good deep cuts. And then when it comes to the classics, Misfits for him. Misfits.
Oh, there you go.
So he's into that shit. You know, like that's good stuff.
Yeah,
that's really good stuff. But like I play him like my other music, like anything from the 90s stuff, he doesn't really gauge it that well. Or if I tell him, you know, Pink Floyd, he's like, ugh. He does not like Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is. How can you not like Pink Floyd?
Well, he doesn't like Pink Floyd.
So. All right. So the interesting thing about another reunion band. So for the longest time, right? I mean, everyone's always known, if you've been into the Smiths, you know that Morrissey and Johnny Marr, the guitarist of the Smiths,
they didn't get along.
They didn't get along. When they broke up, there was a lot of tension between them. But for the longest time, Johnny Marr seemed like he would have been keen on a reunion, and he always put it at the feet of Morrissey. And usually it was Morrissey who would always poo-poo the idea of it. Like anytime it would come up, he was
too busy banging rocks.
You know, I remember sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s, he was on K-Rock with Kevin and Bean, and they asked him like, "Hey, why don't you bring the band back together?" And like he would, like Morrissey would straight up say, "Nah, I'm not interested. That's boring to me. I don't, I do the songs whenever I tour, and the fans love it. And beyond that, I don't need that energy or something.
I don't look back. I look forward.
Something like that.
He's like a vegetarian. I don't
asexual or something, isn't he?
Well, yeah, no.
Animals. I don't kill animals.
Anything he gets involved in, it has to turn into like a anti-animal cruelty thing.
Yeah.
Like even just like some years back, when that one show at the large show that they had over at the Rose Bowl, the Crew World, I think is what it was called.
Crew World, yeah.
Like he used to be one of the partial owners of that, and because of that, they didn't have any meat options. It was all plant-based alternatives. So last year, the previous year, dude, I couldn't, I went there to go watch a bunch of bands, and I couldn't get any meat products. I could only get vegan and
tofu and stuff.
Tofu. It was. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It was just kind of meh. Now this past year though, I guess he's no longer one of the owners of it, and so they had a lot more food options, and it was a great show. Duran. I got to see Interpol. Dude, just
great Interpol.
Adam Ant. By the way, Adam Ant was amazing. So good. Anyways, so Smiths and Morrissey, for the longest time, Morrissey was like, nah, I'm not interested. Well, there was always rumors, Coachella, year after year. Whenever they would come around, they would say that Coachella would always offer them tons of money to come back to do, because that's what Coachella was known for, is reuniting old acts, putting them on the main stage.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, that was the deal. And Morrissey and Johnny Marr just couldn't agree to it. They just wouldn't do it. Well, here's what happened 3 weeks ago. AEG gave them something like $100 million deal. Said, if you guys tour for all of 2025, this is your money. And Morrissey said, yeah.
No
For the
way.
first time, he said, "Yes, I would do it." Johnny
And
Marr
tell
said,
me why.
Now Johnny Mars. Oh, here we go.
he ignored the request. He just flat out ignored
Shut
the
the
request.
front door.
He did. Now he's touring with. He's opening for New Order, I think, and so he's been doing his own thing, right? But turns out that because of this, he ended up petitioning for the rights to the Smiths name. So now he's the sole owner of the rights for the Smiths
Wow.
name. And so Morrissey's mad about it. He said, look, they offered us this money. I would do it in a heartbeat. Johnny Marr's the one who ignored the request. He doesn't want to do it. And that is mind-boggling to people. So now people are pissed off because not only is Johnny Marr standing in the way of this, Morrissey's all gung-ho about it, but he's also took the name and he's being a jerk about it. So the last thing I'll say about this is Gene Simmons of Kiss on Forbes last week.
Yes.
They interviewed the guy and they asked him about it. Hey, have you heard about this reunion? And he goes, look, with all due respect, I know Morrissey. We've talked a few times. He's a nice guy. He goes, but with all due respect, I can go next door to my neighbor and they want to know who the hell Johnny Marr is. They don't care. He goes, get rid of the guitars. I've been saying this for years. Just get rid of the guitars. The fans just want to hear the music. They just want to hear the music. So just get rid of the guitars. Like nobody knows him. Who cares? All respect to Johnny Marr, but nobody knows him. So just get rid of the guitars.
Well, yeah, he got rid of Ace Frehley. He got rid of Peter Criss.
Yeah,
and they were names in the band.
Yeah.
But he is just
still
it's
the
just
same.
him and Paul Stanley. Yeah,
The same
the same
face.
as Paul Stanley, the same fucking people.
There you go. And so
but Gene Simmons is a tool. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But he's still a tool.
I think the problem is Morrissey had a chance years ago to probably have gotten the name, and he could have gone on as the Smiths.
Tell Morrissey to rename it the Smiths.
The S Smiths.
Smiths.
Nah, so it's a sad
the Jones. There you go.
there you go.
It's a sad thing, dude, because I guarantee you that would be like
Dude, that would be a sold
game
out
changer.
tour.
I believe so.
Sold out tour.
I believe so. What other bands from the 90s are coming back? Do you guys know?
Creed.
Can you
They've been
is
around.
that really 90s or is it more early 2000s?
Late 90s,
It's
early 2000s.
late 90s, yeah.
Yeah,
late
I consider
90s.
more 2000s though.
Yeah, they're
Like 99, 2000.
they still fall under that like warble kind of like warble rock. Like the Pearl Jam, the
Pearl Jam, yeah,
Soundgarden,
exactly.
Creed, and then Nickelback. All these they fall into the same thing. So I would say that late 90s, early 2000s, but their heyday was early 90s.
Yeah.
I think like their big song was like 98,
Unpopular
99.
opinion, their songs are good. For me, I think they're. I mean, I wouldn't.
I didn't hate
rank
them. I
but
even liked
I
them
don't.
back
I
then.
don't hate them back then. I don't hate them
The
now.
thing is, like, it's good. 90s. Well, it's hard to when a band that's broken up for a while, when they come back. I hate it as a musician. I hate it when they lower the octave,
Yes.
or when
the tempo is
they
slow.
change the whole tune of the song to it's a rock song, but they change it into a melodic.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the f?
No,
Like,
for me,
come
it's
on.
for me, it's the when they change the tempo, and
you
it's
know,
like,
here's
what the hell?
Okay, I don't know. Well, they weren't a 90s band, but here's one band that got back together. They've been together, I guess, but they came back. And I heard the new lead singer. And I think you guys might know. But I was like, dude, that song is totally different octave. It just does not sound the same. And I'm talking about Linkin Park.
Oh, for the new one
The
with
new
the girl.
have you heard the new lead singer?
I heard her.
I'm
and
not
the
interested.
songs are they raised it up an octave or so, and it just sounds off.
Yeah.
But they did that, obviously, I understand, because so that the lead singer can reach those notes.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if a female vocal cord is higher,
Yeah.
it's harder for a female to go lower. So they made it kind of in a way where it would work for her.
Yeah.
But dude, I heard like video footage of a concert recently, and yeah, dude, every song they sing, she trying hard to do that, like kind of sing like Chester.
Yeah.
But dude, the octave.
I
is
heard
low.
it. It was a little off.
It was like this, just not the same energy. And
So-
then like other bands, same thing when they change the tune. The Cure, same thing, right? The Cure, they
Well, because their balls dropped.
exactly, and it's
they're-
now they lower way down
Yeah.
there, and it's like the older they get, obviously they drop it. But there are some bands that is like, dude, like, I mean, look at the Rolling Stones, right? Same octave, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, but it's because he uses a regular voice.
Yeah, he's using regular voice.
But there are bands like that's
Axl
only-
Rose and Guns N' Roses. They also.
There we go. But see, the Axl Rose, obviously, is like, dude, you can't. It's like to me, like you think about an artist right now that sings high note music, and it's perfect, and every person loves it. Oh man, this is awesome. But wait till they get old. Will
They're going to lose
continue?
it.
Bruno
They're
Mars.
going to lose it.
Right?
Yeah,
Bruno Mars. He sings so high. Let's see how he sings in 30 years from now. Will
Yeah.
he be able to still do the same,
Give him 15.
Grenade to me?
15 years, he won't be able to do
he
it.
won't be able to do it. And everything's going to drop down.
Well,
And
okay,
that's like,
for me,
Miley Cyrus is going to be a deep baritone.
I'm gonna
she
give
talked like a deep fry.
two things. I give like Miley Cyrus she's got like, I'm not a fan of her music.
I am.
She's got some good taste in music.
Yeah,
I remember
music.
She's getting sued.
at one
Yeah,
point.
and you know what?
By Bruno Mars,
By
right?
Bruno, no,
Not Bruno Mars. But the producers
Sorry,
or
but
something. Right?
no. Worse than that.
Oh, really?
It's not the distributors. It's not the producers. It's not the label. It's not Bruno Mars.
Whoa.
It's a person or an entity that bought a percentage of the song from a third party.
Oh my!
So basically, someone that has nothing to do with the creative, nothing. They just saw that there are similarities, and there are, because my wife and me, we
It's
played
a
it back to
copyright
back.
pirate.
Yeah, it's a copyright. It's a copyright troll. Is what it is.
Is that what they call it?
like they
yeah,
speed up.
copyright
They
troll.
speed up the track, or they lower it down. They slow it.
to find
to,
well
fine
no
tune,
actually
right?
what it is the chorus, and I didn't see it at first, but my wife and me just did it yesterday. And yeah,
The flowers.
they both go, no. She says, "I can buy myself flowers," and he goes,
Right.
"I can buy you flowers." It's like the same.
Oh.
The lyrics are the same. The wording is exactly the same. But like I told my wife, I think that's on purpose. I think Miley Cyrus or whoever wrote it is kind of like answering to Bruno Mars. You know how there's
okay.
those homage songs?
Right.
I think it's one of those kind of things. I'm not too sure though. I don't know.
That's stupid.
It's bad. It's as bad as the other
The law
one.
has really gone like the law's really gone like crazy on that. I think what screwed everybody up was that was the two of them. The one with definitely the one with
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, the
and
Marvin Gaye one with
Robert
and
Thicke.
yeah, that was a huge error on the part of the
Huge
error on the part of the litigators or of the judges. They completely screwed up like copyright stuff. They really muddied the waters with that one.
Yeah.
And then the other one was way back with what's the name?
George Harrison?
No. The ones with Rolling
Fogerty?
Stones and what's his name?
No, Led Zeppelin. And
No. The Rolling Stones and the Verb.
No, it wasn't the verb.
Yes.
Huge
Sweet
mistake.
Symphony.
Because what it did, what
Oh,
they
it
did
wasn't
was-
Rolling Stones though. It was actually an orchestra.
Yeah, it was
the conductor.
But it was Rolling Stones that
It was a
did-
song. It was a song, and it was Rolling Stones that did it. Even though they didn't,
they did it.
Yeah, they
Oh.
did. They owned that song, symphony, whatever it's called. They owned it for years. 100%. All the profits went to Rolling Stones.
No way.
It wasn't until recently that Mick Jagger and everyone said, "Okay, they can have the rest of the rights back." But
now the one who
was it Mercy's Playground? Is that what it's called? The band?
No, Verb.
Verb. Was it Verb?
Yeah.
But is the song called Mercy's Playground, or what is it? I don't
No,
remember.
the song is called Bittersweet Symphony.
Bittersweet Symphony, yeah.
I'm sorry, 90s is like all jumbled in my head already.
Yeah.
But anyway, the fact of the matter is, until like a little bit before COVID, after the Stones, Vulture, the royalties and stuff, they're like, here you can have the carcass back, and now they gave the rights back to.
Well, actually, it's a little bit better than that. They actually gave back some retroactive pay for it, though. So it wasn't
they did.
like they did. So
I take that back.
It was Mick Jagger and what's his name finally said, "No, look, they're talented. They did some good music. My guess is that they were all friends or whatever." And he said, "You know what? We're giving them back the song, and we're getting them back some back pay on it for some years. I think like 10 years." Or something. So in other words, there was some agreement that was mutually like, and so Richard Ashcroft, the lead singer of the Verb, went off and was like, he's made a lot of deals with the song. He's played it again, and he's happy about it. I mean, obviously, it ruined their career at a time when it was going to really make them bigger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so
I think they did it in a festival. They sang it again. They started the song, and everyone just started cheering because they weren't able to sing it before. Mm-hmm. And then when they finally got the rights and they sang it in a festival, the cheer, everyone just cheered like crazy, and he was yelling, saying, "This is for you. This is your song. Mm-hmm. Like this song's yours."
Because I can't make no money off of it.
It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful.
Man.
My son loves that
making
song.
a lot of money off it
It's
now.
a wonderful. I hope so.
He is. And like even some of the movie rights that use it, like Cruel Intentions, I think that goes to him as well.
That's the one that boosted the song up.
Very nice.
And I remember hearing that song in movie theaters.
And Creed, by the way, is a 90s band. 96 was their first album, My Own Prison, and then 98 was their most popular album that has,
I believe you.
So 96.
Yeah, the soundtrack for Skulls.
Those are the release
That
dates.
movie, Skulls. Yeah, so that's where they came out in.
But having said that, you know what this means?
It means you can kiss my...
So someday I'll give you some money retroactively, but for now, let's just say goodbye to the show.
Goodbye,
Robert.
everybody.
Thank you so much for.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah, dude.
May I talk more next time,
dude. Please.
No, you talked a lot. It was great.
No,
it was fantastic.
You were great. Next time,
One of our better guests.
Some caffeine. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's
Some caffeine.
really-
No, you
one of our better
seriously
guests.
were one of the better guests. Seriously, Enrique, anything to add?
No, just thanks for joining us. It was a really good talk. I had a good time.
Me too, dude.
Me too, yeah.
I mean, we could have kept
Pretty
going,
cool.
but we're pressed for time.
Yes.
We are the guests of the nerds here at
That's
Undercity.
true.
Oh,
So
all right.
we have to cut it short. We were delayed and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Now I do got to make an announcement real quick. As you guys we've spoken. Doyle isn't here. He's currently moving to Minnesota, so he's not going to be in the picture for a bit. Having said that, our schedule for posting is going to be a little chaotic for a while.
Yeah.
Filling in guests and recording in between, plus us planning for Ouchcast 2.0, or actually at this point 3.0.
Yeah.
We got some exciting stuff coming, but till then we have a lot of planning, so we won't be able to be premiering a lot of episodes as we
It
used
won't
to
be as
on every
consistent,
Saturday.
but there will be shows though. We will find time to record.
definitely shows.
We'll hopefully in the near future we're going to do a few extra. Just Angel and I will come up with some good ideas.
Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna be active, guys. But remember, never make eye contact while eating a banana. Good night, everybody.